No intro. What the hell?
What'd you do?
I don't know. That thing went, yeah, like that.
I was trying to time it when you push the button.
Yeah, like that. Oh, hell. Let me undo that. Okay. We are live. I'm going to wait till a few more people come up
Yeah.
on here before I start.
Sorry, we're a couple minutes late. We were talking. Wasn't
You
paying
know,
attention at the time.
you know how I get when I get talking. So, there, that's that. We got Monty in here. We got Chef Kicker Donnie B. Donna, not Donnie, Donna B. Teresa D. Ginger Ninja, and Trust. Hello, sir. Long time no talk to. But, well, how's everything going your way, Bush? Craft?
Oh, not too bad.
So, y'all
Get,
had a good day.
getting that got a getting a tree out of here finally.
You finally got it.
Well, the neighbor said he would do it for a couple $100. So so much for me saving money for something, but it needs done because I can't mow out there or anything because there's a tree in the way.
Well, you get a bigger garden spot, don't you?
And for next year, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I wonder if that would cover on insurance. If a tree fell on your garden, I wonder if you could claim that.
try it. You never know. So, uh, uh, I guess one of a few things I want to talk about is what has been said in the last 15 days, so to speak. Our great dumb president has said that all of the mega people, more or less Republicans, is a threat to America. We cannot post certain American flags. We're not allowed to say certain things. And we are a threat. And it was also said that if they do not win in November, there's going to be a revolution. Bunch of people I have talked to has said the same thing. No hesitation. Bring it on. That's what's said. And you got the Pope overseas wanting all the money, all the assets and everything put into that account by October the 1st. That is what? Less than 30 days? Yeah, less than 30 days.
Yeah.
I've been saying for a while, I don't know if I've said it online or whatever, something big is going to happen between now and November. I do believe it is getting started. I do believe it has done got started. Let me put it like that. It hasn't been played out yet. I think it's going to be worse than what people are thinking it could be. There's a good possibility that a certain law will come into effect. there will be rationings going on that you can buy a certain amount of whatever, not a week, this is going to be a month. A lot of people will argue with me on this, but I think some sort of digital currency will be coming out that if you do something wrong, they're going to take it away from you. It takes so much away from you. You will be allowed to have, let's say, a family of 4 can only have 5 pounds of sugar for a month. It's coming. We are right on the brink. We are on the fence, so to speak, right now. If y'all, for people who like to can, put back, and so forth, it's just going to get worse from this point out. Is there anything you want to add to that?
Well, about the currency, that's already a thing. It's in China and a few other countries, but I had a friend not too long ago who was raided by the FBI, and he's a YouTuber, and he does a lot of with cryptocurrency and stuff like that, and he's talked for a long time about the Fed coin coming to. That's why they're sanctioning the crap out of Bitcoin and everything like that, to where if you have it, they want to make sure you pay for the taxes and getting it transferred over and all that stuff. That's why he shows people how to take their whatever crypto they have, be it Bitcoin or whatever, and how to get it transferred so that you don't have to pay all these fees and stuff. But when they actually called him up because they didn't know where he was to raid him, which they couldn't, because they couldn't find him.
Well, we're going to bottom out currency, food, and when I say currency, I'm talking crypto, big greenbacks, change, whatever. We're going to bottom out. We ain't going to have nothing. Then that's when they're going to go to this here crypto. I do believe, I've heard talk about it, we're going to have our own, well, not ours, but there's going to be a one world currency like it. And if I'm not sure if that's in the Bible about the one world currency or not. I don't think so. But that's what it's coming down to. That's so the government, not just ours, everybody has control over their people. That means you will not be able to get paid under the table. You will not have cash to do this or do that. And overseas, I heard on Pinball this morning, they passed a law. Come this winter, you are not allowed to have your thermostat or your home above 68 degrees. If so, you will be fined, and there will be a 3-year prison sentence for that. So y'all go to Pinball and check that one out. They done passed that law. They done made that into a law.
Where's this law at?
It's overseas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not here. Not here yet.
Okay. I was gonna say I ain't heard nothing about them passing law here about this.
No, not yet. Not yet. But but they are doing their best to try to stop us, the U.S., from burning wood. There is insurance companies. If you have a wood heater in your home, they will not insure
That's been a thing for a while though for the
it. It has,
insurance companies. Yeah.
but they've been pushing it kind of hard for the last year. In Switzerland, is what Shift Kicker said. That's where they passed that law, being above 68 degrees. Can you? And that brings this up. It just hit me also. What about people on life support? What about all you people like myself, okay, who need medicine? They going to start distributing that also. Think about it. I mean, we at the breaking point, and I don't want to say what is really going through my mind because YouTube will yank my ass off of here. I've got to be particular in what I say, but yet I want the point to get across also. So y'all just watch yourself. Put back, put up, stock up. And y'all know what I mean. Food, water, or whatever. They are coming after the preppers and the homesteaders harder, faster, and quicker than the rest of the groups. And there are other groups out there. I'm going to call them an extreme preppers. They're going to be hurting too. So be careful, watch your back, and be careful of what y'all show on YouTube and what you say from this point out. Anything you want to add to that?
Oh, it's coming, but I don't think it's going to be that soon. It's going to be a gradual thing because they know if they do it too soon, it's just going to come to a.
But what gets me is I don't want to call him president because he ain't mine, but the president, that's what he wants. He's wanting the war.
It's not him though. I mean, he can't even walk upstairs. He's not. He's
But
not. He's not smart enough to think this out. It's whoever's telling him in the background.
yeah, but it's coming out of his mouth to everyone. I mean,
Well, kind of.
I know there are other people behind him. You know, just because he is the president don't mean he can say and do what he wants. It has to go through a bunch of different people. It has to be voted on.
Hmm.
Those people right there are the ones telling him what he can and cannot do. Straight up. I've been knowing that for a few years. it's coming out of his mouth, but somebody is putting it there. So, but that is about what my newscast was going to be about today. Is put back, watch what you say, be careful. In other words, put your head on a swivel.
Continue what you're already doing.
Yeah. And instead of going for 1 year, I would be safe to say go for 3.
Yeah, that's I always have you got preppers that say they put all their stuff back and they don't touch it and everything. That's okay if you got like thousands of dollars to put back a bunch of food and stuff and water and but the majority of us are we have working pantries or preps that we
Rotate.
have and
Yeah.
like you're and you got to pay attention to your expiration dates that are going out now because they're the same expiration dates that was 2 years ago.
Well, now, I've always heard if it's in a can, as long as that can has not rusted or dented or swollen up, it should be good for what, 3, 5 years. Now that's
Mm,
what
well,
we
no,
need some.
it depends on the can. If it's a pop top can, it won't last 2 years past the expiration. You're lucky if it makes it to expiration. The pop top things are very touchy. They go bad all the time. That's why I always push down on the lid before I even open it. If it pops back up, then I don't. It goes in the trash.
Well, have you noticed 90% of the cans that are being produced now are pop tops?
Yep.
That is because when the power goes out, these here new kids don't know how to use a handheld can opener.
No, it's not that.
Yeah, I was thinking it.
It's they don't want they they they
They
they
don't
don't
want
want
to.
everybody to have a supply of food. They want us to rely on the government.
Right.
If we rely on the government, they have control over us.
Exactly.
Because if we don't have food, and that's why Obama passed that law to where they can come into your house and take your food. If there's a national emergency like a pandemic, they can come in and take food and water, um, candy for your your bang bangs.
Well, they can take that too,
Yeah,
but I mean, we're not allowed to say the name of it on here because we get flagged and
oh
X.
yeah.
But hello, Miss TJ.
Hey TJ, oh, man, it's been
It
a long time since I've seen TJ.
can't really. it, but I'll be thinking of stuff here now. All you got to do is say some keywords.
Yeah, because you go back 5 years. Did you see all these all these things that had pop tops on them?
No, you didn't. I mean,
Hardly
even
ever. I mean, you had like the beanie weenies, the small cans, because that's what that pop top was for. Because you could just get into it and eat it without needing a can opener because it was a little small can.
Well, now
Now your
I
fruit,
always
your meat, and all that stuff, all the stuff that you're going to want to save back for long term has converted over those pop tops.
well see the reason I thought that they done that with the beanie weenies and the viennas is because people working in construction they would
Yeah,
go and get that, and just pop tops on. That
yeah,
was it. And they,
yeah. It was snack size or lunch size or whatever.
yeah, can of beanie weenies, a pack of crackers, and a drink. That was
Yeah.
lunch, you know, or a pack of nabs, peanuts, and Pepsi Cola. And you've done that. I could tell by your reaction.
Dump the
Yeah,
peanuts in the Pepsi bottle. Yeah.
yeah. I ain't had that in a good while.
Oh yeah. I don't touch Pepsi anymore. That stuff's rot your gut out.
I don't think I've touched, well, I can't say that. I've had maybe less than a 6 pack of soft drinks in the last year. You know, it's
Yeah.
just, it, you have a different perspective on your life after you have a heart attack or you get diagnosed with
Yeah.
stuff like that. You change. And I think the reason the person changes is because they got family they want to see grow up. But it's a part of life. Guaranteed. You're born, you die. What
Yeah.
you do in between is up to you and God.
Yeah. And they just came up with uh one of the antibiotic manufacturers in United States has now left. So that was one of the last ones. So we have nobody make well there are some private companies like I did a review on a company that which is cheap. It's like $200 and they give you uh, prescriptions for you for antibiotics for your like if your skin antibiotic for um, your gut or different areas, different symptoms of where you would need antibiotics. They're still in the United States, but there's the big companies, they're gone. Yeah.
I got one of them on my keychain, and I also got one of these on my keychains. And you can tell that.
So there's no major company in the United States making antibiotics now. It all
Really?
comes from China and India. And the stuff comes from India that make the antibiotics. They get their stuff, the material to make it from China. So what happens if China decides to cut us off on meds? Just think of
It's like,
all of that.
it's like I said, stock up. And I got something for China. Here you go. You see that? I love that one more than anything. I wish I could make it bigger. Uh, I mean, come on. Think about it. How many people has thought about toothpaste, toothbrush, f- feminine stuff?
Well,
I'm not,
I
you know,
remember not too long ago, um, people made fun of TJ because she prepped um, the little flossing things and toothpaste and stuff,
right.
and it made no sense. Why would you say something like that when you need that stuff? I mean, stuff goes bad, you're not going to have a dentist to go to fix your teeth and stuff like that.
Well, you got that right.
And I thought that was silly.
Y'all hammered that. You can tell that come from TJ. Y'all. But yeah, it's not just that. I mean, extra pair of pants, extra underwear. Yes, I said underwear. Socks, shoes, shirts. Don't go out and buy short sleeve shirts for winter time. Go ahead and prepare for the seasons. It our winters are getting a little bit rougher and colder now. You know what? Down here in the south, we'd see snow. What? Well, what I call snow, maybe a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, you have no right talking about winter.
I'll give you that. I will definitely give you that. I mean, they call for, let's say, like they call for a chance of snow tomorrow. Damn grocery stores is slam packed. The school boards is closing school, and there's a good chance you won't see no snow.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now up north, I will give you, y'all see winter. Y'all get what, at least a foot, if not more, each year.
Oh yeah.
See,
Yeah, that's normal stuff.
but down here in the south, a quarter of an inch of snow, and people go ballistic.
Yeah, we didn't. Last year wasn't too bad. I don't think, and that's the thing. A lot of times, uh, you get the people saying how bad the winter is going to be this year. Winter's going to be it's going to be a dark winter. It's going to be cold, and it's just a normal winter. But
Well,
that's not the point. You still that's what the point of being a prepper is. You still want to prepare for it going to be cold.
exactly.
It's not like um, if you have a wood stove, you only get 10 pieces of wood for the winter. No, you're going to get enough wood that's going to last you. That way, because wintertime comes, the price of wood goes up, and that's just like your gas, your fuel oil, or propane, or whatever you're heating with. It's going to go up.
Right. I mean, I think the worst thing that can happen during the winter is a power outage.
Mm-hmm.
That means no heat, no lights, no nothing. So, therefore, when that happens here, I've got to fire the wood stove up. I got to break out my, it stays outside, mind you, my outdoor grill to cook on. I've got a little camp grill. I put a percolator on and make my own coffee. You know, or tea or whatever. A person who preps for what could go wrong and how bad it gets, but yet we hope it never happens. We never have to use it. It's what
Yeah,
it comes to.
that's like when the tree fell down and took out my power. Um, I didn't freak out or anything. I kind of, I wouldn't say enjoyed it because of a bunch of the pain that came after it, but um, I took it for a learning experience because like we had no lights or anything, so I've got things that I can run off battery and stuff like that. But I said, well, this is a good time test out some of these candles that I made and some of these candles
Mhm.
that I bought and things like that. Um,
Oh, talking about candles. If you make candles, please, please, please do not make candles out of peanut butter. It will burn your house down.
I don't know, but yeah, like I said, I wanted to test how the candles that I made and the emergency candles that I bought and stored up. I want to see how long they last and whatnot. I did find out that
Let me get some.
a candle will heat up your house even in the summer months. It turned up the heat. I would say a good 5-10 degrees just by having candles lit.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said before, if you got a family, if you don't, well, even if you live by yourself, pitch you a tent in the living room. You would be surprised how much heat a person can generate inside of a tent,
Hmm.
you know. And last year, I made something, and trust me, it works. You take your can like that right there, punch you some holes. Well, I'll get it right here. Punch you some holes around it and fix it where you can put a tea candle in there. Me, I'll take a can of beanie weenies and I'll drop in the top right there, and there's a little lip on it that will catch it. Now, it's not fast. It's liable to take 30 minutes before that can gets warm. It ain't going to be hot, but it'd be warm.
Yeah,
You can survive like that.
yeah. I got a uh, gas stove. You taking the little cans of the butane,
Right.
and I heated up dinner for that night, and of course, like I said, I have a generator and all the trimmings for all that stuff. But the first night I wanted to do it just like I wasn't a prepper. I didn't have all this fancy stuff, and um, the next night that's or the next day I went out and brought my generator out and hooked it up so my refrigerator and freezers were good and recharged everything, and that's where I did had the power banks and I tested those out and did other things. Had my lights in the because I go to the dollar store and you get the little solar lights that you push in the ground that come on when it's nighttime.
I'm going to try some of those.
Well, all my windows, I have those in my windows, and I don't pull them because you pull out the little paper tab, and that's when the light comes on.
But
But
you can come back in.
yeah, and whenever the power went off, I just go to the window and because you know where your windows are, and I pull one of those out, and boom, I've got a light. I mean, I've got tons of flashlights and little lanterns and stuff like that, but it's something else that you use the sun. And at daytime, my power banks and stuff, I put back out there for the sun to recharge. But
I'm not in there.
um, like my neighbors kept coming over asking me why. I don't know why me, because of course it was my tree that fell down. But when the power is going to come back on and stuff, and they're um, complaining that their food is going bad, which unless they kept opening it and checking it every 5 minutes, it should be fine for at least 48 hours. Um, and I'm the only one in this area that had a generator going. There are people went down and bought some afterwards, But say the place that they went to go get generators, um, their power was out, they wouldn't have been able to buy one. And
True, because cash registers went down.
yeah.
Hello, Tennessee Patriot. I'm glad you joined. Now, something else. They make light bulbs that you can screw into a regular outlet and you can use them as regular bulbs. But when the power goes out, they come on. They only last, I think, 5 hours like that. And it would be nice to have one, I'm going to say in each room. You know, let's say like you got a chandelier that holds 5 light bulbs. Put one in there. That's all you need.
Yeah.
To light up that room to where you won't kick nothing when you get up, or something like that. And you can unscrew it and it'll still work. You got light.
Well, that's the thing. I know some people will say I'm weird and whatnot, but when my kids were here, um, I would go down the basement and turn off all the power of the house, um, and then wake them up, wake all the kids up, and say, "There's an emergency. We have to get out the house." And they go try to turn the lights on. There was no lights, and I said, "Well, you have to figure out how you're going to get out of the house." And then we do little drills like that, or we would just spend the day, have no power, and cook outside, and come back in the house, and maneuver around the house without no power or anything like that. And the kids got used to that, being able to walk through the house without lights, because eventually your eyes will adjust to it. Because right now we have all these lights on, you have TVs on all the time, and computer screens, cell phones, and all that. So your eyes are not in tune to darkness.
It takes them a few minutes to adjust to the darkness.
Oh yeah.
And something else, when you have a power grid go down, step outside. I guarantee you're going to see twice as many stars in the sky.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know about where I live at. It's the darkest, dead burn place I've ever lived in my life. I'd be standing out on the front porch and I cannot see my hand in front of my face. Is it like something out of a horror movie?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like bushcraft had come up with, go get you some lights that you outside, let the sun heat them up. And that way, when you take them in at nighttime, just that little bit of light that it gives off.
Oh, they're bright. They're really bright once.
Yeah.
Once there's no lights in the house or anything, you can carry that through the house and see everything.
Yeah, and your next door neighbors is going to say, "We don't want that power. They got lights next door." But be careful with that also.
Yeah, and that's why one of the things that for my generator, I've got a big old logging chain that I chain my generator up, and like when the power went off, there's few things that I made sure I had power to. One of the things, people think it's weird, but I had my my router turned on, which is my Wi-Fi, and with that turned on, I also had power to my security cameras.
Okay.
and my security cameras see at nighttime, so they got the infrared and all that funky stuff. And that way, I wanted to know if anybody was messing around outside or whatnot. And I get alerts on my phone, and that's why I had the Wi-Fi turned on. I didn't have internet, but I still had Wi-Fi,
Well,
which
now
is
y'all,
local internet, Eric. Local, just to my house.
now
It wasn't
y'all,
connected to the internet or anything.
y'all also need to remember this right here. Your laptops, your cell phones is only going to last for so long, especially if you stay on it. But if you starting to run low on your cell phone, take it out to your car, charge it up.
No,
Why?
no. You know how much that cost?
If you was to take your cell phone and charge it up from your car,
Yeah, you're sitting in your car for at least 2 hours.
no, you don't have to
Yeah,
sit in your car. Mine, I don't. I plug my phone into it, and it's automatically charging up.
yeah, but you can't fast charge it in
No,
an automobile, so it takes at least 2 hours to charge.
right, but you're gonna have something when you need it. I ain't
Yeah,
saying let it run completely dry because
that's why you have power banks, power bricks.
you need to do another thing about what that power bank that you got. One I asked you about.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to get the company because they sold out. They sold out of those things. I'm trying to get them to send me the big ones.
Well,
um,
for that price, for that one, I'd buy
yeah,
a couple of them.
yeah, I got. You can get these things. They're probably up to $30 now, but um, it's got solar panels on it, and this is the one to where you just lay your phone on top of it,
And it charges.
and it'll charge, or you can plug it in, and it has flashlights and all that stuff. But during the daytime, I stuck this out in the yard and charged it up.
What
I've got
company? What
go ahead.
company carries that?
There's different ones. There's a bunch of different ones. You just got to make sure um the H or AH something how much power it holds.
All right.
Um, and that's what you charge your phone up with and stuff because it'll actually fast charge. Um, unlike like I said, your cigarette lighter in a car won't fast charge, so it takes a longer time.
Gotcha.
And I have, like I said, I've got a power converter to where I can hook it up to a car battery. And do not bring your car battery in the house
No.
because when you use uh, a car battery, it emits gas and can be harmful to you. So I put that outside and I ran a extension cord in the house. I watch TV, and I turned my cell phone into its own Wi-Fi. So I actually was watching YouTube and whatnot when everybody else's power was out, and that I ran that off of a car battery. You hook up the inverter to a car battery, and then it allows you to plug in your electricity from that.
I had one of them back in my younger days. That's what I ran my CB off of.
Man, you can get them for like 30. Well, they're probably more now, but
Yeah, about 60.
yeah,
But got mine from Radio Shack.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, yep. Shift kicker knows what I'm talking about. I forget what it means, but It's how much power is in that brick or whatever it is. Yeah, there.
But just keep your head on swivel.
Yeah,
Shit, woman, and it's coming.
yeah, and that's what I talked about in that video today. Because I don't like to do them type of videos because I usually hear about it afterwards that I'm trying to spread fear and stuff, but I'm it's not fear. It's you want to be alert of what's going on around you and not have your head buried into this little square screen.
Shit.
Because that's when the stuff happens when you're not paying attention. There because I I wanted to do some more research on it, and I was bringing up stories about this stuff that, like I said, that somebody took a thing of gasoline and dumped it on this old guy and said, "Give me your money," um, that type of thing, and the guy refused, so they lit him on fire, and that's the people who did this were out on bond the next day, so they could do it again. And I don't know if it's something about being in a parking lot or something that they're not um, pushing harder, harder, harder crimes for this or something. They're just letting them go for misdemeanors and stuff like that when they're robbing people in a parking lot.
Well, look at it like this: a parking lot's a guaranteed victim. You know,
Yeah,
depending. I'm not going to say what parking lots and nothing like that because it could be some people on here. You know,
yeah,
but just got to be careful with. I've got to be careful what I say and how it's said, more or less. And you talking about you hearing about it, bushcraft. My wife will let me know about it for the next 2 days.
yeah. Well, the thing is, I did get a lot of emails, but most of them were I wouldn't say the good emails, but telling me their stories um, of them going to the store and things happening to them. And a lot of people now, unfortunately, are doing the delivery stuff.
Mm-hmm. We
And
talked about that on TJ's.
yeah, and that's I'm afraid that the bad element is going to start doing that too.
Well, you know,
It's going to become because there are, and that's the home invasion thing is still a major thing, but um, look at what the crime rate in your cities and stuff, and what crimes are going up.
look at what your crime rate is now compared to a year ago.
Well,
Yeah.
2 years ago, we'll put it that way, because um, it wasn't as bad last year and the year before because of
Mm-hmm.
what was going on. Oh, really? Your Walmart doesn't deliver that? Because I was just talking about this on TJ's. It's weird because there our Walmart is not in our city. It's like on the outskirts, and they just started doing this probably last couple months. And what's really weird is they Walmart used to do the 2 day shipping, and that was an option. Now they took that option off because they're not shipping anymore. They're delivering
Hmm.
because the shipping is costing them too much.
With what B. Charman had said, normally when somebody's being attacked in a parking lot, there's quite a few people around,
Oh
but
yeah,
not a one will help the victim. The only thing they're doing is pulling out cameras, taking videos. I'm sorry, but put your damn phone down. Somebody put your phone down and help. I mean, yeah, look, I know it can be dangerous. I really do. And the chances of them getting caught is probably good, and the chances of them getting out in 24 hours is even better. But
yeah.
at
It's
least
they
you
don't
have
care.
no.
That's why I'm saying I don't know what it is about that crime about it has something to do about a parking lot doesn't hold as much as it would be if it was your home or inside of a bank or something like that because um, uh, prosecutors are not going hard on these people. It's and that it's easy for the bad guy to do this. And every t- every time I look up a story um, that that's a bad story and everything, I said, well, what happened? Because they always have the guy's name, and then you can go and do a search and find out. Oh, well, he got let loose on um, a $500 fine, so he's back out doing it again, or he's out on bond, or they really um, the the couple, the man and the woman that asked the old veteran how to get a jump. They pulled their he pulled his car up to there to give him a jump. He got it, went to put the jumper cables on, and they started beating the crap out of him and stole his wallet. They didn't even have to have a bond or anything to get out. They got out on record. This I can't talk. Um,
Join the crowd.
and I'm like, how did he do that? And the poor guy had ribs broken, his jaw was dislocated, something with the eye socket, and I'm like, that to me that's attempted murder. And what if he died the next day from the injuries? That would be murder, and they just let him out.
Okay, now with that story you just told, did you hear about the what happened to the guy up in Pennsylvania this week? I think it's Pennsylvania. He was in a store. I do not know which store, what type of store it was, but a guy come in with a gun threatening to kill people. And the guy who disarmed him was a veteran. Okay. He was licensed to carry. He had a gun on him, but he did not use his gun. It stayed holstered. This guy, he trained people in hand-to-hand combat and close combat and so forth. He disarmed the bad guy. The cops even clapped for him or told him that he probably saved quite a few lives. Come to find out, the cops had to arrest him on account of the law. He was within 100 feet of a federal building. They arrested him for that. And even the cops said they hated to do that, but they was told to. Now, I can go in a bunch of different directions on this. The only one I'm going to go with is, why is it that the bad people get cut loose, a slap on the wrist, to where, let's say, I cannot think of the name of it, where a person has served our country, fought for our country, put his life on the line, but yet he was 100 feet away. It wasn't like he was in a federal building, gets arrested. And they said there's a possibility of him going to prison for that. That's bullshit,
Yeah.
you know. In Tater Tot, that was in Pennsylvania. I think it was Maryland. It may have been. Like I said, I can't really remember, but I thought it was Pennsylvania. Now, hello, Roy Prepper, historic prepper. Hell, here I go again. Heroic prepper, I don't give you so damn many names. I'll get it right one of these days. But I mean, come on. Our servicemen, out of anybody, should know how to handle a firearm more than anybody else. I said should, okay?
Yeah.
But I mean, and they fought and put their life on the line for us, and then the law does him that way. Somebody literally needs to be slapped over that shit.
Yeah. And because when my son was on leave the last time he was here, we were talking about, because he had to stand in and on his base that where he was stationed, he did a lot of stuff with um, subbing in for the boot camp stuff, and he said it's a lot different than it was when he went to boot camp. He said they screamed and hollered and yelled at you and called you all kinds of names. And he said nowadays they're not allowed to do that. They have to talk nice to you and and be nice and whatnot. And they're not allowed to do too many push-ups. he says
Hello.
he said when he went to boot camp, he done so many push-ups that it was crazy, because he got in trouble a few times for taking the packs of peanut butter and putting it in his locker. And he actually got a nickname named Peanut Butter. But
hello, Prepping 101. Glad you could join us.
You go into these rooms where they light off tear gas, and you have to open your eyes for so many seconds, and then you run out the door. Now that you can do that if you want, but if you don't want to do it, you don't have to. That's the way it goes now. So yeah.
You say
it depends what they put into it now. He was surprised because there's a team building thing to where you have a barrel and you have these planks, and then you have to get over to the other side. And when he did it, they had to do it. And if you fell off, you got queued out and you had to do it again. Plus everybody had to do push-ups and this and that. And he said he had to stand there with the clipboard and see who made it and everything. And if if they failed the first time, they got the options. They got the option to pass it, to pass or not to do it, or try again. And the majority of them gave up and didn't want to do it, so they got to they got a pass on it. And he said, they have it so easy nowadays.
What we was talking about before we come up about going to invite and everything. Can you do that for 101? Wait a minute, 101, you want to come up? If I can get you up here.
I don't have the option to type in
Okay.
here, Jeff. It's on your end.
You may not be coming up at all. I was hoping to get you up here. I'm gonna time your ass out.
Well, down below there, you see where it says mute and your camera and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Click on the thing that says invite.
I did. Okay.
Okay, copy that. Then run your mouse over to the right side to where your chat window is. And
Where
then,
it's got like Gmail, email, and Messenger on it.
no, your chat window, the big long thing over there where people are talking to you.
Yeah,
Okay, now paste it in there.
I tried doing that earlier. It won't do it.
Did you copy it from?
Right click for copy, copy to clipboard. Yes.
Okay,
Copy.
we'll go over to that there, and then hit Control and V at the same time. It'll paste it there.
Ah, hell, there it is. This is for 101. I hope. There. Damn. All right. But we're talking a little bit about
Really, this is interesting. I just popped up. Evidently in Ohio, our flags are at half mast because of the Queen passing.
fuck the Queen.
She's
Excuse me.
she has nothing to do with us. So why are we? I mean, it's to show respect, but I don't know if it's enough show of respect for a whole country. I don't know if other states are doing this or not, but evidently Ohio is.
I don't know. It's got to where I'm a homebody. The only time I get out is doctor's visits and payday to pay bills.
Yeah, Mike Devine ordered Ohio's flag to be flown at half mast. Oh, Ohio's flag. Okay.
No. But
But still, it seems weird. You know what I mean?
yeah, it is. The timing and everything for it.
I mean, it's. I mean, you can respect the wishes and stuff, but I don't know.
Peglosi ordered it. Really?
Well, no, this is Ohio. I don't know about everywhere else.
That's what Shift Kicker said. Really? The full Monty. Earlier this week, they said that they was going to announce the Queen's death toward the end of this week. So therefore, how long has she really been dead?
Oh, that's what I said. I don't think she just died. I think they wanted to get everything, all their dots dotted and all that stuff. Wanted to make sure everybody was in place and everything. Oh, she died. She hasn't been seen in a long while.
Well, wasn't we talking about that up on TJ's
Yeah,
that some people said that what 6 months, something like
it's
that.
yeah. I'm not sure the last time she was actually seen, and that's the thing. When has she been actually seen? Not just coming out with the hats over and all this other stuff to where you can barely see who it is
Yeah,
and waving at everybody.
that Mountaineer Mama said that she could have been on ice until then. You know, well, anything's possible now. I'll put it like that. Hell,
Hmm.
she could have died 10 years ago. Just showing old clips. Like I said, Ginger Ninja, like I said, you know, it's coming to a head. The people are getting sick and tired of what's going on. They, when I say they, I'm talking about myself also, are getting restless. They wanting shit to go back to the way it used to be, to where we had respect, when news was news and so forth. We don't
Hmm.
see that no more. Hey, Charmer wants to know, did she ever make an appearance when the truckers' protest went on in Cali?
I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's the thing. It may seem bad and everything, but it's another country over there. Unless it's something that's going to directly impact me and here in the United States, I don't I don't care. I mean, I'm sorry she died and everything, whatnot, but I don't. It's not going to impact me.
No, I mean, I didn't know her.
Yeah, it's like
She wasn't kin, she wasn't relative. Like you said, you know, I'm sorry. I really am.
yeah, it's
But
sad somebody when somebody passes, but it's it really not going to have any impact on me
hello to you,
right
Steve.
now. I don't know what the other dude's going to do.
Full Monty, I kind of agree with you. Why would the Pope be wanting all the money into his asset by October the 1st? I've been thinking that right there, but I just didn't know when.
Yeah, that's been that's like what I was talking about the weather.
Yeah,
It's also the stock market. It stock market there's always somebody saying the stock market's going to crash
they've been
next
saying
month,
stock markets.
and it's a never ending. Like, oh, it's going to be a bad winter, and then it's
Yeah,
normal winter.
exactly.
It,
But they've been saying the stock market's going to crash for the last 5 years at least. What,
oh
twice
yeah,
a year?
oh yeah. It's that's and when they say when they change the interest rate, oh, stock market's going to crash and we're going to lose everything, and then nothing really happens, and then we keep on going.
I
um,
do believe this right here. I think the stock market will go low. Let's say hit the crashing point. It'll
oh,
stay that way for a couple of months. Then it's going to jump back up higher than what it did before it did crash.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, news and things does impact it, but it usually comes back after
sure.
everybody. Because you remember, um, it's almost that time. It's
Yeah,
September, and it's almost that time. Everybody knows what happens in uh, 3 days. You remember when that happened? The stock market it went down big time.
Bottomed out, yeah.
And then a month later, it was normal again.
Rock Prepper, you have a good evening, sir, and I hope your team wins. I don't know what it is, but I hope it wins. Oh, it's just, I think, I don't know exactly when it is, but I think the physical year is coming. It happens every physical year that rolls around. Shit happens. We're just going to have to wait and see.
Yeah, the thing is, just do your family, make sure you keep all that stuff, keep doing what you're doing. Unless you're not doing anything, then I can't say anything.
Start doing something.
Yeah, it's
look.
If you're just starting out, just do as much as you can. Don't get overwhelmed or anything, and try not to read the headlines of everything that is going on. Just concentrate on you and your family. Continue to put stuff back, because that's the job of the government right now, is to scare the crap out of you to where you're paranoid and you want Mr. Government to protect you. That's what their job is. Because if you need them so bad, you're going to keep paying that money, and you're going to keep voting for the wrong people.
I can't say the man is household anymore this day and time, but I can say if you are head of your household, okay, if you've got an extra $10, $15, $20 a week, buy a little something. Go to the dollar store, buy something. Believe it or not, a little bit starts adding up. And that little bit that you bought for 15, 20 bucks, that could be what saves y'all's life.
Well, I was going to say is, instead of going and watching that video that has the headline, "We're all going to die," and bombs are coming down, this and that, look at the prepper or the homesteader that is showing you how to can stuff. Go watch that instead and learn how to do canning or putting stuff back or making your own medicine and stuff like that. I know that headline, that other headline, is so appealing that we want to see the doom and gloom, but
yeah,
there's that other stuff over there that will actually help you.
Well, now, normally I don't plug channels, but you talked about people won't learn how to do this and that. There's two people that I'm going to plug here. And I've had both of them on my channel. Make It Make is one of them. She does the Amish canning, more or less. And then pull up TJ Preps. She's got videos on how to do this. No, what?
It's not TJ Preps. Here comes TJ.
Yes, but the ones that I seen where she done her prepping in was TJ Preps.
Yeah, but she changed her name.
Has she still got the video and everything?
Yeah, the videos are. She changed her name, so it's when you. I don't know if you search
one of two things
it comes up, but it's Here Comes TJ.
Okay, go to Here Comes TJ. If you can't find nothing, go to TJ Preps.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chef Kicker. And do Here Comes TJ also, please.
Yeah.
I mean, they both sweet ladies, you know, but
It's like calling um, Dig Deeper Ministry. We have a hard time. We always call him Bigfoot instead of
yeah, you're right.
that way. The people who are in here new that don't know. Actually, let me go see. I'm gonna see.
Well, all I know is this right here. We got more people who is coming into this stuff now than a year ago. Uh, they don't know everything that we know or how to do this, and it's up to the creators to go back and redo it at least once a week for ones that who are just now getting into it, you know. And if y'all, I know a whole bunch of people in chat who's been in it for years, but
Yeah,
if you're just now coming into it within the last 6 months, put them one in chat, please. I'm just curious. I hope I don't get none, but I think I will. But I mean, there's a bunch of good people out there. You can go to YouTube and look up, and to get what you need. But if you go into Canon, looking up Canon, make sure that they show you what kind of pressure, uh, how long to can, how long to let it steam. You may not know what I'm talking about now, but you watch enough videos, you will. TH2, I only asked for one. I didn't ask for a whole bunch of numbers.
Jeff. Jeff,
Huh? What? Huh?
put the link back up.
Oh, hell. Let me try to get this right. Here we go. Oh, wait a minute. You said control and what?
V. Just so you know,
I'm working. Oh, hell, there he is.
control.
How did I get up here before you dropped the link? Oh, wait, that was nose picking.
Yeah, I was gonna figure somebody would post it before Jeff did.
Thank you to whoever posted it.
It
No,
wasn't nose picking.
oh, it wasn't.
No, not at
How far,
all.
how far back did you go?
I was joking. It was nose picking. Come on, Jeff.
uh,
I know I dropped it earlier. That's the reason I asked. How far back did you go?
Or did you pick it up?
Oh, hell, I knew it was nose picking to begin with. Then when you said it was not nose picking, I thought, wait a damn minute here. Well, 101, what are you doing?
What am I doing?
How are you doing? Damn.
How am I doing? I'm here. I don't
It's
know.
going to be one of them nights, ain't
It
it?
is going to be one of the nights. Although I do have news. So
Okay, good.
my stream won't be a complete flop this time.
Well, let's see, that's the reason you do your stuff before you invite anybody up there. Because once you start inviting just anybody, it can go sideways.
But you two ain't just anybody.
Well, I appreciate that. We're the smart asses, huh?
Well, smart ass better than the dumbass.
Well, with you taking as many nights off as you have, did you get rested up?
Yeah, last night I fucking went to bed early, like fucking 9 o'clock.
Did
And
you?
I got up like 3 or 4 times, but I fucking slept a hell of a lot better than I have in the last like 3 fucking weeks.
no, that's good.
Good. The other night, it seemed like I woke up about every 45 minutes to an hour. That was
Yeah,
a
that
rough
that
night.
was me last night.
But, oh, we just, well, the beginning of the stream, I don't know if you caught it or not.
No.
I got to talking about what our fearless president has, yeah, said about the Republicans. And if they don't win this November, how they going to start another revolution and so forth. And
Well, he didn't say the Republicans. He said
mega.
the MAGA
Which
Yeah.
Republicans.
includes is the left that has converted.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of Democrats that have
We might as
come
well
over.
just call it freedom loving Americans at this point.
Let's go there. Let's say that.
And what does it stand for?
What?
Okay.
Great.
I was just
Okay.
told my brother is feeling better.
Oh, that's good.
What does what stand for, Bushcraft?
Well,
Freedom.
the MAGA.
Make America great again.
Yeah. And how is that bad?
Well, that's what we tried to argue in 2016, but they didn't want it. Like,
How do you make that a bad thing?
right.
And that's why he backpedaled all that what he said that night.
Well, I just saw
the other weird lady that talks for him.
What, that red-headed witch?
Oh no,
The black one?
yeah.
Oh,
Whatever her name is, I
I
can't remember.
forget her name.
she know it. Are y'all home now?
She's like a very bad liar. She can see
Aren't
it.
they
In
all?
face. Well, most politicians are good liars.
That's why they become a politician.
That's why I said, aren't they all?
But she messes up all the time. Like,
Like, it's not
You
even
ain't
funny.
like circle back.
yeah.
So, you want to hear something funny that happened at work today?
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
It's got to be better than my jokes.
oh, you're gonna get a kick out of this one. So, we have a customer pickup and drop off thing. Okay, they come to the door, they ask for their order, we give it to them. Well, the last week or so, it's been a joke in my department. God, this place is a circus. And then we're like, we always go, welcome to the Barnum and Bailey. I mean, insert company name here.
Yeah.
And well, this old man comes into the pickup station, and he had a order that we had trouble filling, right? And I'm in my room where I do my department stuff, right? And it's just right there by that door. So he's standing there just outside our door, and he says, "What is this, Barnum and Bailey?" And we all heard it, and we're like, "Oh my god, it is!" But it's so bad because even the customers understand that the warehouse is a circus. I thought it was hilarious.
Lord have mercy. 101, I may be coming up a little bit late on your show. I'm going to make a phone call as soon as I get off of here. I want to get some details on my brother.
Yeah.
They think he had a stroke at work. He was transported to the hospital.
Fuck, man.
Tell me about it. But
can't nobody catch a break in this world? Like, I've gone to 3 fucking funerals in the last 2 weeks. Jeff's gotten shit. Like, my God.
For me, I'm used to it. That's the way my life is. Whatever comes, comes. But for people that I know or got feelings for, it really hurts at times. Me and my brother, I got, no, I'm not saying this over the air. Okay. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it alone at that.
Okay. Fair
I'll
enough.
tell you about it in the back room or your back room, but that's it.
That's fine by me.
But, oh, what advice? Well, hell, I know you got advice, probably better than what I got about what's going on and what people really need to do.
In regards to what?
What's coming?
What's coming?
I think a
Sorry, I gotta
revolution.
have something to go on here. I'm sorry.
I think a revolution's coming. I
Are
really
you
do.
talking the whole situation as everything? Like what can
I'm
we do to
just,
prepare for this?
yes. What can we do to prepare for it? Put our heads between our legs and kiss our ass goodbye?
Well, no, we ain't even that far. Fuck that. No, we ain't that far yet. Um, I mean, unless nukes go up in the next 10 minutes, then yeah. But
Then you won't know about it.
see, the question you're proposing, Jeff, is you're expecting a one answer to one question. But the thing is, to be prepared for what's coming, there's multiple different answers. I can say beans, bullets, and band aids, but is that going to solve everything? No. There prepping is a never-ending thing, and that's why I got exhausted with it. As of recent. Not that I have stopped, but I've slowed down. Um, it's what it's a catch-all question, Jeff. It doesn't have an answer to it.
Well, see, you just said a whole bunch of stuff that I knowed, but I didn't think about, you
Yeah,
know.
any
And
southern.
I reckon that's one of the reasons I asked you that question because I knew you was going to say something that I hadn't thought of yet.
Well, it wasn't no profound wisdom. It's just you can't prepare for everything, so do your best you can and pray. That's all I can. That's all I've
Yeah.
ever done. I ain't no guru with it.
No, but you better than I am. I mean, hell, I didn't start till I was, what, 2019? I mean, I knew about it, but I didn't start till 2019 is
Well,
when I started.
I've told you I've been a prepper for the last 10 years of my life. Now,
Hmm.
to what degree has changed over the years?
Yeah.
These past few years have really been kicked up, but it's been a get a bit here from my bug out bag there, and put this away, put that away, buy a gun here, buy a generator there, buy it's not if you're expecting to go out, okay, for those that are new, like I'm talking, last couple months, you've all of a
Yeah.
sudden had an epiphany, you got to do something. You are not going to be able to accumulate the shit that anybody on YouTube has in a short period of time. You see these big ass channels with all this stuff, all these gadgets, all this knowledge, and all this, that, and the other thing. You will not be able to acquire all that unless you're like a multi-millionaire to where you can hire people to go out and get you this shit tomorrow. You won't be able to be that prepared. Um, so best thing I can do is offer the advice of get up off your ass in the morning and do a little bit. Doing something is better than doing nothing.
Right. Like $20 a week, like I said earlier.
I took
Yeah.
it even to half of that. Remember, I did the whole math on that. What you could do for a at Dollar Tree back in the day when shit was $1.
Right.
Well, not even that. The thing is, um, you only get paid once a month. You're on disability. You have a
Mhm.
whole other month to learn stuff.
Yeah.
Learn about stuff that you can go outside and gather to make medicine and stuff like that.
And this is why I bought those books, which I still have sitting here that I need to be putting away. Those survival books.
Yeah,
Go to the library. They got something on that. Go rent a book and read, or
True.
take pictures of the
yeah.
book and read that.
Let me pull it up because I've got something I downloaded, regardless if I got power or not. It's SAS Survival is one of them.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The other one is, well, got a compass on your phone, so when your internet and everything goes down, you still got a compass.
But when
I've
your
got,
phone dies, what do you do?
The
yeah, well, you look at the sun and
the
see
com-
which way.
But okay,
Yeah,
you look at the sun, but do you know what direction and orientation you are on the earth to correspond with that? No.
you
and different
stick
times of
a,
the season too, because the sun moves in different times of the year. It's not
true,
in the
but
same place.
you take a stick and stick it in the ground to where it ain't no shadow, and let's say a few minutes later, whichever way the shadow was pointing, west is opposite of that shadow.
Okay, but how many people know that, Jeff?
Okay, okay,
You understand where I'm going with the books. You know,
yes,
the books, the physical things, the analog things. Okay, yeah, I can pull up my phone and pull up a compass. Fine, I can rely on my truck for a compass. It's got one of those things in the mirror. Um, but I actually have a physical compass. I took courses on reading maps in high school, like topographical maps and plotting courses. Uh,
topo
we
maps.
actually had to plot a course for airplanes during the class, and I know how to do that.
I
Didn't know
don't.
that about me, did you?
But when the grid goes down, how many airplanes you gonna see in the sky?
No, but the principles are the same of plotting a course in one direction and then doing your figuring from there. 100 paces this way, turn this many
Okay,
degrees west, north, whatever your direction, and keep going that way. You don't. It's plotting a course. It's not
yeah,
same principle.
okay. Now I know what you're talking about. Yes, I can do that.
But again, where did you learn that? I learned that shit in high school.
I learned that shit off of
If you
YouTube.
walk up to somebody on the street, do they know how to plot a course on a map?
Oh hell no. 99.99% of
My,
people don't.
my point exactly.
But
And
then
even if they
again,
do say they can or have some experience doing it, can they actually do it effectively? Then your numbers really drop.
yeah, you got that right. But let me say this right here. Everything I know now, I've got off of YouTube. Let me rephrase that. 60% of what I know now come from YouTube.
I could
Okay.
probably say the same thing.
And just because I've seen it on YouTube, you still got to go out and see if you can do it. It looks so damn good on YouTube. Okay, like a bow drill, starting a fire with a bow, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's you're
Okay.
not going to just pull up any damn piece of wood and start a fire with one.
Jeff, do you remember when Conservative Patriot would come up on my channel?
Yeah.
Okay. He had the Fire Seam rod, the fire steel. And
Okay.
he had the big old one with the handle on it, the fat wood handle. And
Right.
he tried striking a fire with that under his awning on his porch in dry
Let me see.
conditions, no wind, no nothing. Had a hard time doing it. Even with the biggest rod and the hottest sparks and the driest material, it was very hard to do. But do many people know how to mitigate your risks of lack of ignition and all that? Did they know the ins and outs of how to do these little things? They don't.
You
That
know,
that's you get these people on YouTube that show you how to do all this, and it majority of the time it's they already have the dry tinder and all this
yeah.
stuff, and
But what I'm saying is,
all
Conservative did it off the bat live on my stream, and it was very difficult for him, even in the best of conditions.
oh yeah.
Well, now it goes right down to this also. You know, how many people do you know that can start a fire? It's been raining for 2 or 3 days and everything is soaked with wood. You've got to know what type of wood to get and everything to start that fire. Now, I
You can
will
find,
admit the type of wood that you need to get is not laying flat on the ground. It's going to be kind of like, let's say, leaning up against something. The
if
bottom
you
of
can
that wood is going to be wet, but
if
the
you can
top
find
ain't.
birch bark, if you can find birch bark, that increases your chances.
Exactly. But now down here, we don't have birch like other parts of the country does. We have to use, let's say, pine because it's got the right sap in it.
It,
Dry pine needles work, you know, like that. It's what is indigenous to your area,
Okay,
you
but
know.
let's get back to the point here you were trying to make. Are people prepared for what's coming? No, they're not.
no.
Period. They still think things are, you know, well, for lack of better words, going good. Society's still intact. Okay, yeah, you're going to work. Yeah, you're going to the store doing this. But things are not okay. They're just not.
Mountaineer Mama, I agree with you 100%. If we
Never.
ever had to go back to a one room school, I nominate 101 as teacher. Kids these days could really benefit with him teaching.
I don't know everything, but I'm willing to admit that.
You are, what you do know, you are good at it. Let's put it that way.
Fair enough. I may not have the patience for kids though. Like, I'd be like, sit down, shut up, and you're gonna learn this.
Oh, she know it. Me. I do. I think she's wanting to nominate you too. But, it's just even people like us, okay? Not just us. I'm going to say Mountaineer Mama, Cashew Gazoon Tide. We
Taught me
not
how to
really.
brush my tooth.
What?
I'm sorry. Read her comment.
Who?
Cashew.
Uh, oh,
841.
shit. Yeah. Brush her tooth. Really? Uh, I think we are prepared for it, but we are not ready for it. I don't think
No.
none of us is
You don't
ready.
know what's coming up. You can't be prepared for something you don't know what's coming.
Exactly.
And this is
That's
why
It's impossible to say you're prepared for what's coming when nobody knows.
I always said prepare for everything.
Yeah.
mm-hmm. You're right.
There will always be something you overlook.
Oh yeah.
But acting as if you can be prepared for everything, you'll be prepared for shit to get you through shit that you're not prepared for. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
If you're prepared enough, you should be able to get by with what you have prepared when you
correct.
don't have what you need in an SHTF situation.
Kenneth, the Mormons and the Amish are more prepared than we are, but like everybody, they're not ready.
The lights go out, they don't even notice.
True, but when it comes to, let's say, their horses that pull the plows and stuff like that, when they get sick, well, hell, I can't say that with the Mormons because they got their own vet.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so I was just watching. Who here's watched the Incredible Dr. Pole?
Nope.
He's a vet out of here in Michigan, and he's got his own show on TV. He was
Now,
just trying to unclog a horse's throat with a tube and water and all that. How many people know how to do that? Take care of livestock and that type shit.
I think only the true farmers do, but I don't think people can.
Well, no, but if we have to revert back to that type of a society, Jeff, how many like okay, 1700s people are using horse and buggy. I'm sure that was more of a common place for a horse to choke on its feed than it was in today's world.
Okay.
Okay, more people probably knew that than today. But do people know how to do that the old-fashioned way to save a horse from choking back in the day? Or no? Do they know how to do?
Kick him in the balls.
Uh,
That'll work. You better get a step.
Horses actually don't have the ability to gag. I learned that from Dr. Paul.
Kenneth, I believe the Mormons, when it comes to that, are more prepared than anybody else. The Mormons and the Amish.
I would say Amish over Mormons.
Okay.
Not saying anything about Mormons.
Well, I reckon what I'm trying to say is the Amish and the Mormons are more prepared than people like us.
Hell, anybody in the country is more prepared. Just by the state of where you live.
No, that's just how they live. That's normal for them. And there's a difference between Amish and Mormons. It's like two different people. And there's difference in different there's the Mennonites and all the different ones. Like there's some Amish that they're not allowed to go have any modern thing at all, and some that are they can have vehicles and they can go to shop in the store and things like that.
Damn gnats! I got your gnats, Bushcraft.
Well, you can have them.
Didn't know those things were contagious. Better go get that checked out.
Oh, you smart ass. Yep, it's going to be a good night up on your channel, ain't it?
This is what happens when I get a good night rest.
Hey, I'm glad to see you like this, like you are now then. Sound like you in the dumps.
Oh, dude, it wasn't that I was in the dumps. I was just fucking exhausted.
Burned out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a lot of people was wondering, did Craig find you a girlfriend?
Oh, dear. Damn it, Craig.
He was in here earlier. I don't know if he still is or not.
I thought he was in TJ's.
He may have been in TJ's.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him here.
Okay. Well, y'all just remember after my stream tonight, 101 is going to be live on his stream at 10 minutes after 9. That's what he's got posted. But he has been known to come up earlier.
You don't say.
And there's a couple of times he's been late.
You know what? I put 9:10 as a run.
But I can do that to you if I knew how.
He's been wanting to put you backstage, but he doesn't know how.
Oh, okay.
No, hell no, they ain't gonna tell me. I gotta figure this one out.
Do I tell him or do I let him figure it out for himself?
I tell you what. Listen to that shit. Let me figure this one out.
Wait a minute. I know what we need here.
Emotional damage.
That'll work. Let me figure this one out, then I'll be happy.
Just don't
He's
kill
gonna
me.
end the stream. Bye, everybody. If he ends the stream.
Right.
Oh, I ain't gonna try it tonight.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. But it sure is.
I just magically disappear and don't come back. It's his fault.
Yep, it's my fault. Full Monty. This is hilarious.
I'm glad Monty.
You mentioned the name a little bit ago. Where is Conservative Patriot at now?
Oh,
I've not seen him in a while.
I seen him about a week ago, I think it was.
But do you know how funny it is? Full Monty and the Patriot could pass for brothers.
Oh shit, they could. Wait. What if Monty is Conservative Patriot?
No, Conservative Patriot's a little bit shorter than Monty, I do believe.
How do you know how tall they are if they're just sitting
Right.
in front of a guest?
To say the same thing.
You can tell if a person is if they're on the same string. You can tell if one's taller than the
I'm
other.
only 4 foot tall. Oh, I'm 6 foot tall now.
Now you go back to Crazy Irish when both of them was on there. You can look at them and tell Conservative Patriot was a little bit shorter than Monty.
Totally off subject, but I'm scrolling through memes and it says here at the top, the Queen died, and then it says at the bottom, that's another one for Apocalypse Bingo.
Damn.
Shit.
Hell. Full Monty. Jeez.
Damn.
Monty, we love you. That's all I got to say. Or I wouldn't be picking on you. Damn. You say that?
What?
Full Monty, 6'7".
Holy mother.
No, now. Yeah, he's taller.
He's a foot, 1 foot 4 inches taller than me. My God.
Hell, I think everybody taller than you.
Well, yeah. I got a lot of people I look up to. What can I say?
Hell, I stand 5'11". You stand 6 foot, but this shit's starting to compact now.
I stand 5'3". What you talking about?
Did you play football in football or basketball in high school, Monty?
He had to have played football.
I played basketball.
Because at 6'7", and no disrespect, he's got to be 300 pounds.
Why are we all of a sudden on Monty's height and weight? Like, where did this stream go?
I have no idea. It went to the dogs. But I'm gonna be calling it here in a few minutes and call it.
Out.
What are you calling it?
Oh, damn.
I've,
Did you hear the
I've
wife
been,
laughing?
I've been waiting a I've been waiting a lifetime to do that, Jeff. I finally got your ass.
The wife's in there laughing. Life with Bobby, us short people have to unite. Nah, I thought about it.
well, I'm gonna go start.
Go ahead. Not yet, damn. I was going
Now you know how I feel. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go start.
I ain't got a whole bunch of people up. Well, hell, normally it's just two of us up with you.
I'm gonna go start my stuff and get ready. So
Hell,
Out.
I thought you had started it.
Out.
shut up!
Oh, but y'all head on over to Prepping 101s tonight. With him feeling this good, I damn near guarantee you it's going to be a good stream tonight. I got a few jokes I'm going to tell too. I'll wait for his stream. All right.
Are they blonde jokes?
Believe it or not, I'm going to stay away from the blondes. They too did burn many people in his chat that are blondes. They've already threatened to tar and feather me, paint my fingernails pink, and to use pink duct tape. My wife said she wants to get in on that one. But I'm going to call it. Y'all have a good one.
Wait. What are you calling it?
Ass hole. I can't call it much. My wife's in the next room. She's already getting on to me. So, next Tuesday, you having yours? Are you still having the stream Tuesday?
Yeah. Well, I'll have one tomorrow too. 7 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, I was going to get back to that.
And then both of us will be up on Tuesday on my end.
Yes, on your channel at 7 o'clock. And tomorrow, you're going to be going live with ghost stories again, correct?
No, not this week.
Okay. But anyway, it'll be 7 o'clock tomorrow also on Bushcraft Family. Okay, with that, ciao. I'll talk at you later. Bye. Out.